Since I don't have a proper table saw, I was using my jigsaw to cut this quite thick door, and unfortunately, because it's a cheap tool, well, it basically failed. The blade stopped and the engine was really noisy. That's the guilty one. It's a gear from the inside, the one that is tooth into tooth with the engine axle itself, and it moves up and down the blade. As you can see, the hole inside, the one that is sitting on the axle, is completely fucked up, as you use the technical vocabulary. And yeah, that's it. That's not the first of those tools that I am repairing like that. It's cheap tool. The cheap tools are best because they are cheap, if you can fix them very soon. So my idea is I taking this bearing, I took it apart, got rid of the bolts, and it has 8mm diameter. I have this kind of drill, so that's really nice. A little bit smaller diameter actually than 8, and yeah, and this is hardened steel. It should sit pretty snug on it. No, I don't want to say snug, tight, and it should do the job. Now, this is the angle grinder I previously fixed in the same way. As you can see, there is a little bearing inner part in it, but unfortunately, after a few months of excellent work, basically the gears started to fail completely, so I couldn't use it anymore. This is my setup. It's just an axle from old printer used as a gauge to find the center of the hole. And yeah, basically this is how I operate to have it in the right position. Okay, lifting up the table, and when it sits okay, as you can see, it can be rest only on one side of this gear, because only one side of it has a counterweight, so the surface isn't completely flat. So I'm not gonna use the other clamp later on. I'm just gonna use one of those. Okay, so we have it in the place. Now it's time to remove the axle and replace it with the drill. And it goes like a butter, really. I don't know what they was thinking when they was making this gears, but I don't know. The steel used in that place really shouldn't be so soft. After drilling it and very nicely and smoothly hammering down the inner part of the bearing, it's almost ready to go. There is a little part that I needed to remove also on the other side, because it seems that there was some bushing in it, but well, never mind. Let's not go into such details on technical matter, since it failed. So it goes back in the place, and after assembling it back together and hitting the power button, yeah, it operates, it works. There is no excessive sparking, there is no excessive heating or anything like that. It's just working as it's supposed to. And my one single advice: you can use the very cheap tools, but do not use cheap accessories. This is an original Makita blade, and it works really nice. it doesn't rip the surface, it goes really straight, and you know, the cut is really deep in this position, and it doesn't overheat or something like that. As you can see, we got really nice smooth surface, almost like it was you know, work with some planner or something like that. And considering that the depth is almost as big or even bigger than the blade itself, you know, it's a really good story. I just want to point out that also the support wheel in this device is also made by me, replacing the stuff that was worn out within a few weeks of using. I just replace it with how you would call it, a ring from a bicycle chain. Basically, entire arm is made by me. So, you know, the job is done. More videos coming soon.